I wanted to show you this box this is a gift for my new Paper Pumpkin subscribers or any Paper Pumpkin subscriber that's returning after more than a year. This is made with the new Paper Pumpkin, the mini Paper Pumpkin box. This comes in a pack, let's see, it's a pack of 10. And you would find them on page 152 of the annual catalog. Here you can see them here. They're mini Paper Pumpkin boxes. There's 10 boxes and they measure 5 7/8 by 3 3/4, and they're food safe. And let me show you, when you open the package, let me move this out of the way. They come flat like this, and you can see this side is very shiny and this side is matte. The shiny side is the food safe side, but this is also the side that we're going to have inside on this box when I make it, because I want to color it. I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it. So again, glossy side, matte side. And I'm going to lay this flat, and one of the coordinating colors in the June Paper Pumpkin kit is crushed curry. And so I want to use my crushed curry ink pad. Here we go. If you could see my desk, oh my gosh, it's embarrassing. Okay, so this is a sponge brayer, and actually, I should probably show you that as well. That is on page 147 of the catalog. That's right here. And let's see, the sponge brayers, there's 2 to a pack and 4 sponges. So 2 handles, 4 sponges for $8. And these sponges are interchangeable. They just snap right on and off. And you can take the roller off. Oops, I'm sorry. I'm not sure that you could see that. I'm going to do that again. This little sponge roller comes off and fits right back on. And so then you can rinse them out under warm water. So I'm going to ink up this brayer, and if you notice, I'm lifting and rolling, lifting and rolling. You don't want to just go back and forth, because that only inks a small portion of the brayer. You want to ink the entire brayer, and then I'm just going to roll it across the front of my Paper Pumpkin box, the matte side, not the shiny side. I don't think that the ink would take on the shiny side, and I want kind of a stripy look to the box, so I'm not being super careful about how, about the coverage. I do not mind that it's not uniform. Okay, so I think that's good. I just wanted a little bit of color on there. Let me just close up my ink pad. And what you're going to want to do is fold on each of the score lines. And honestly, you're better off to use your bone folder, because you want anytime you're making a box, whether you're making a homemade box or you're using a pre-made box, you really want to take your bone folder and give that a good burnish, and that way you're going to get nice crisp creases. It makes your box look more professional, and again, especially when it's a box that you're making from cardstock. These being pre-scored, you won't have near as much issue with nice crisp corners, but even so, we'll give it a good crease. And so then to put it together, you just fold, did I crease those? I thought I did. You fold these 4 flaps in. Let me just fold that back a little so you can see. And then you take the sides, fold them over, and they just click down into those little notches. And then you do the same on the other side. And you fold it together. And you can decorate this box or not decorate this box, whatever you like. And then they fold in on the front. And then you have this box. And this fits our note cards and envelopes perfectly. I think for the holidays, this is a great gift. For between 4 and 6 note cards and envelopes fit in here perfectly, depending on what you have on for embellishments. And also, because it's food safe, obviously the food safe side is the glossy side. So if you wanted to package any kind of goodies for the holidays or birthday or graduation, anything like that, you can fill this up and close it up, and you're good to go. So that's what I did, and this was the final product. And let me just show you how I made that. I made it using extra paper pumpkin pieces from the June kit. I took one of these black polka dot strips and I cut a piece from one of the strips because I liked the look of this black strip going all the way across on here. I thought it looked kind of funny without the black and white polka dots sticking out on that side. So I just cut an extra piece and put it over there. And then I took 2 of the lemons and a couple of the leaves that I punched out and some glue dots. And where do I have? Here's the glue dots. And I just picked up a glue dot on the back of the one lemon. And then again on the back of another lemon and stuck the leaves to the back. And then I just arranged them on the box like so. I then took a piece of scrap and I stamped in Momento black. I stamped sunshine. Let me do this so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to give that a good press. Okay. And then I just took my paper snips and cut this off like so. I think I'm going to trim just a little bit off of this side so that it looks more even. And then I stamped sending. Here's sending on another scrap. Now these are just scraps of Whisper White that I have from cutting Whisper White for cardstock. From when I'm stamping cards and such. And I keep my scraps so that when I need to when I need a sentiment strip, then I have them on my desk. Okay, and then because I did the box and crushed curry, like I said, that's one of the coordinating colors. It's also Poppy Parade. but this has got kind of a yellow theme. So I just took a piece of a sponge. They come in a circle about so big, and I cut them usually into 6 or 8 pieces. This is fairly small, so I would say it was an 1/8. And I'm just sponging all around with the crushed curry. I thought it would tie in nicely with the crushed curry of the box. And then I'm going to do that again on my little piece here that says sending. That's going to go here. Close that up so I don't stick my fingers in it. And then let's see, I'm just going to take a little bit of Tombo on the back of my lemons. Let's put that one there. And we'll put this one here. And let's see. What I did when I made the other box was I put sunshine underneath the ribbon when I glued it down so that the ribbon doesn't get lost. It stays on there. And let's see. Get that nice and taut. I'll hold it down with a finger. You should have seen me trying to tie this earlier. Oh my goodness, I was all thumbs. I'm not doing a whole lot better right now. So I'm just going to keep pulling on these ribbon ends while holding on to that center knot and get it to about the size that I want it. And then I'll use my ribbon scissors to trim off the ends. I'm going to leave them a little bit long because I need to open this again and put in the set of 4 note cards and envelopes that I'm making for my new subscribers. So sunshine is down there. We're going to put sending over here. And then let's add just a couple of rhinestones. I like to do embellishments in 3s. I think things look better in 3s usually. Although there's only 2 lemons, we'll just pretend. And when I then fill this box, this is how it will look. And I think I'll scooch this over just a hair so that sending is more visible. So there you go. So any of my new Paper Pumpkin subscribers, brand new to me or new to me with, resubscribing within within a year, or I guess I said if it's been at least a year since you've subscribed and you're resubscribing, then this will be your gift for subscribing. It'll be this box with a set of 4 note cards and envelopes on the inside. So let me just show you the note cards that I made for the inside. Okay, let's make some of these note cards. I'm going to open the box and show you, but first I wanted to show you in the catalog on page 153. These are they're Whisper White and Very Vanilla note cards. You could choose. It's a pack of 20 cards that are pre-scored with 20 envelopes, so they're all ready to go for you. And they measure 5 by 3.5 when they're folded. So this is the size, either way. Obviously, they fit into the envelopes that they come with, and there's no problem with mailing these in the mail. Just regular postage is fine for those. So let me just untie this and show you the cards that are on the inside. So we have hello with a pineapple, a little something to brighten your day, sending the sunshine with a lemon, and hello. I used the Painted Poppies stamp set, and I stamped 2 of the poppies. I stamped them in Versamark. I actually stamped them onto the front of one of these Poppy Parade and Crushed Curry, kind of a watercolor effect. I loved the colors in here, so I stamped this larger poppy on here with Versamark, and heat embossed it with gold embossing powder. And then I cut them out. And let me show you what I did. I have one poppy here. This has got a little more Poppy Parade in it than the other one. The other one's more Crushed Curry. Let me just get my glasses. And I was able to cut them out with the die. This is the die that cuts out the poppy, cuts out that poppy. And that is part of the Painted Poppies dies, the label dies. So anyway, I have this one that I heat embossed, and I decided it needed a little more dimension. So I took another poppy and I fussy cut around the center. Oops. And I just went too far with that. We'll fix that. So I cut off that petal, and then I cut around on here, and again I'm holding my scissors at about a 45-degree angle, and I'm letting my paper, my left hand is doing the work of moving my paper, and my right hand is cutting. And I'm using this part of the scissors. Again, you want a short shaft. You don't want to use a giant scissors to try to do fussy cutting. You want a fairly small bladed, very sharp scissors. And I'm going to take, whoops, on the other card I actually used Stampin Dimensionals, but I'm going to use a couple of glue dots, and I'm going to stack them on the back of my poppy to get some dimension, but not quite as much as the dimensional. Okay, so I just put that there. I'm going to use a little of my multi-purpose liquid glue, or Tombo, a little bit on the back of that flower, and I'm going to put this, I guess I want it about like that. Actually, it should probably be up a hair higher. And I'm going to take my Hello stamp from my paper pumpkin kit, and I'm going to stamp right at the bottom right hand corner. Put a hello. And I want some sequins. I like to do things in threes when I can. So then we have 2 different cards there. That's one. The next one is this Sending Sunshine. We're going to use, let's see, let me get some more of these lemons out. When I punch out my shapes, I like to do them all at once. So we'll take a lemon, and we'll take some more leaves. And And pick up a glue dot. And put that on the lemon. I'm going to take one of these strips. Sorry, I realize that I'm out of camera shot. I'm just taking one of these strips. Let me just move things around so you can see better and I can see what I'm doing. And I'm going to put this, let's see, right about here, kind of in the middle. And I'm going to be brave and add my lemon on now before I do my stamping. I usually like to stamp first, but we'll do that. And I'm just going to tuck one of these little pieces behind this lemon before it dries, I hope. Like so. And then I'm going to stamp Sunshine on the bottom right hand corner. Give that a good press and let it sit there for a few seconds to absorb. So you have Sunshine, and then I'm going to take Sending and stamp it right between the S and the H. So we have Sending Sunshine. Cover that up, and again, let's put a couple of sequins on here. Again, we'll do it in threes. And there we have those two. Okay. And let's see, we'll do this one next. On this one, I used one of the larger polka dot sheets. And I centered it top to bottom, but off to the left. So I was trying to have about the same distance on the side as the top and bottom, but I did scooch it a little bit over to the side. And then I took what was left of this card front, and I really like the shape of the labels that came with this set. If I could find them, they're right here somewhere in this mess. But anyway, they're very similar to the Taylor Tag Punch. And I wanted some color on the black polka dots. So what I did was I punched out, and I actually, where do I want it? Maybe I'll do it over here. No, I'm going to do it down here. It'll be more yellow. Just a hint of the Poppy Parade. And I'm going to stamp a little something to brighten your day. It just fits in this shape. Let me just line this up on my grid paper so I know I have it straight. And the great thing about these photopolymer stamps is you can see through them. So hopefully I can see what I'm doing. And I will get that all on my label shape. Yay! The G is cut off just a tiny hair, but that's, I think, okay. And I'm going to put a little bit of Tombo on the back. Put that there. And then again, some rhinestones, rhinestones, sequins, because you got to have bling. Just a couple of those. And there again we have those two cards. And then the last one is the Hello Pineapple. And here we go. There's my card front. So again, I'm going to take one of these black and white stickers, and I'm going to cut off, I don't know, maybe about 3/4 of an inch to an inch. And I'm actually going to try to peel that off because it's a little crooked. Okay, we got that straight. And then my pineapple is going to be right about here. And I want the hello right about here. And I'm going to take this other strip of yellow it was actually from the other card front that looked like this one was more of the crushed curry than the Poppy Parade. And I'm going to put that right underneath my hello. Let's see. And I'm going to cut just a little bit of this off so it's not sticking out from under my pineapple. Get that straight. And a little Tombo on the back. And then the pineapple on the front. And I realize that I did not put any rhinestones. Where do I want rhinestones? I guess I'll have one here, and one there. And this one needs rhinestones as well. So we'll do about the same. Oops. Man overboard. Okay. So that will be the 4 cards that will go into the boxes. Right. So they will go very nicely in the box. And we'll get tied up later after I iron my ribbon so that it looks nice. But I'll show you anyway. And you'll get the idea. But before I deliver this, either later today or tomorrow, I will re-iron this ribbon so it's not all crinkly. And I'll fuss with it so that it looks a lot nicer than it looks right now. Okay. And let me just show you very quickly a couple of other cards that I made as alternatives to the paper pumpkin. I have this one. I got this idea from Rachel Desmond. Yeah, Rachel Desmond. Oh my gosh, Rachel Tessman. And I had another one that I was going to show you. Hold on one second. Here we go. This is actually closer to what Rachel made, which is also very pretty. This is the Poppy stamp, again from this Painted Poppies stamp set. It's this one, and it's stamped on a black card base with Versamark. and embossed with gold embossing powder. And then I have these 3 strips that I cut, and I'm just going to, actually let me get my silicone craft sheet so I don't make a mess here. But I have these little pieces that I cut from the Poppy Parade in Crushed Curry watercolor card front. I just cut the whole card front off of the card back, so that left me able to cut up the card. Oops, that's the wrong one. I want the thicker one on the bottom. We'll try that again. Get this down here towards the bottom of the card. And then I want this one. I think what I did was I cut, they're all 5.5 inches wide. This one was a 1/2 inch. Oops. So 1/2 inch, this is 3/8 of an inch. And then this one is 1/4 of an inch. So they're all 1/8 of an inch smaller than the next. And I want just a little bit of the black peeking through. Would help to get that straight though, huh? See if I can scooch that over. Okay, and on this one I used the sun and I heat embossed a little something to brighten your day on one of the tags. And on this one, instead, I stamped a little something to brighten your day in the Momento Tuxedo Black. And I thought I would just, I think I'll put it there. I could pop it up, but I don't have, I'm trying to keep things relatively flat. But that would certainly be pretty with some dimensionals under it. And I'm just centering it underneath my little poppies. And then, of course, rhinestones. Where do I want this? I'll stick that one down there. I'm going to run out of rhinestones. Sequins, not rhinestones, sequins. So here's another card idea for an alternative, or this one, like I said. And then on this one, what I did was I used a Poppy Parade card base, and the white that you see under here is the back. You know, when I cut off the card front to use, you know, pieces from, I had a card back, just like this. And I used that as my layer. This, I cut a piece, let's see, it's 1.5 inches by 3 7/8. So, and I lined it out. I cut the 1.5 inches, and then I cut these sides so that the gold was on either end. I didn't want the white to be on the sides because then it looks like there's no gold at all. So I liked the gold on both edges. And then I took a piece of, not this one, but the one that had more of the Poppy Parade. And I cut a piece of, again, 3 5/8 by 1 7/8. Glued it on here. And then I took, let's see if I have any left. I do here. I took the larger of the black and white stickers, and I took the piece that was cut at 3 7/8 by 1.5, and I just laid it on here and cut around it so that it was the same size. When I was finished, it was a little smaller than I wanted. You see that big gap there in between? I wanted a little less of a gap. So when I put my pineapple on, I put it on at an angle and in such a way that it covers up that big gap that I didn't like. Some sequins and a hello, and I just flagged the end with my scissors. You know, you cut up the middle and then you cut in on either side, and you can get that flag. Obviously I'll put a card insert in here so you can write on it. I'll do that on all of them. But these were the alternatives that I had for the paper pumpkin cards. So the next paper pumpkin is in July 10th. You need to subscribe for it. It's called Summer Nights. There are tea light bags and 9 postcard type cards and all the supplies that you can that you need to make all the cards and bags. And there's also an add-on kit that I mentioned in my email. So all the details are in my email, and if you subscribe with me, you will also get a mini paper pumpkin box with 4 cards and envelopes as a thank you gift from me. So happy stamping. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and click the subscribe button. If you click the bell icon next to the subscribe button, you'll get notified by YouTube anytime that I post a video. And I would really appreciate your support. The likes help and the shares help as well. So if you have any friends who you think might enjoy the video, like to stamp, like to craft, I would be very appreciative if you would also share my video. So look forward to seeing you again next time. Thanks. Bye.